Homeschool Plans 2025. Let's talk about it. Hey, and welcome to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Shadiamond, a homeschool mom to a homeschool mom to a 7, 6, and 3-year-old, and today we're going to be talking about our summer homeschool plans. I usually do a video like this every year to just show and tell the things that we plan to do as a homeschool family, and today won't be any different. I have all of the things kind of written down in my phone, and I have some things to show you as well, like what we're going to be currently using, like these cards that he has in his hand, and just run out of our schedule a little bit without like giving too much, and just giving you some ideas if you're looking for something to do during the summer for your children, whether you homeschool or not. So I will say we're year-round homeschoolers, but I have been taking a lot of breaks, I will say, the past few months, because I am, in the trenches right now, okay? If you know, you know. But I am getting my energy back, and I'm ready to establish new routines. Some of these things have already started, and I'm like, I want to just continue on and make it a thing, because what I've noticed is the more children you add, especially having a toddler in the house, you need a routine, you need some type of structure or a daily flow. So let's get into it. Okay, so for our homeschool schedule, this is very loose. I will say, of course, we're going to do breakfast, we're going to do Bible, but as far as getting started with like the academic portion, I'm going to give you a little rundown of what we're going to do. So the first thing I have on here is Toddler Time, and y'all can hear him in the background, but this is just time for me to work on things with my toddler, to fill his cup up first, to go over things with him. So I have the summer BrainQuest cards, which are these right here. I found them at Aldi on sale for $2.99. I was like, this would be perfect. So these are the BrainQuest smart cards for 3 and 4-year-olds. And so it comes with 2 decks. It's a Q&A game. You can have them answer it, verbally. You can have them point to it. However, you can get the answer out. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but they have a guide on how to use these, how to play. They pretty much tell you to let your child lead, but they have 3 questions on each. This is an example. It says, I, meow, which animal am I? So he would either point to the animal or he would tell me that it's a cat. And so it's 2 decks of these that go through many different things that I probably wouldn't ask them normally. So I love these, that I'm getting to ask him different questions that I don't usually think to ask. These are a really good asset, and he really enjoys these cards. Like, he always asks to do them, and he always wants to keep going. So I love those. I'll link everything that I mentioned in this video in my description box. So the summer BrainQuest cards, of course, books. Usually in the morning I would choose a book to read to him, or I'll tell him to go look at his bookshelf and pick a book out that he wants me to read. Now, when we check out books from the library, I make sure to get things he like, that he's interested in. Like, say, for instance, it's a fire truck book that we have. Fire truck book? I think it's down there. And vehicles, things of that nature. What is it? I'm not sure, you have to look through. But I also have flashcards. So I did a video on flashcards before, I can link that one, but the schematics flashcards for toddlers, we go through those. You love looking at the pictures. During this way, we go through the letters and letter sounds. Just as a review, we'll also work on his vocabulary and making sure that he knows like common items. I'm just really enjoying that, as well as just building blocks, using magnetic tiles. He really enjoy building, doing things with his trucks and stuff like that. So my goal for the Toddler Time is really to, do a little review, try to figure out what he's, picking up on, what he's retaining, figure out what he's retaining, and just, teach him a little bit more, right? Of course, for his learning, I want it to be hands-on and play-based. So I'm going to incorporate a lot of outside time, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, of sidewalk chalk or running to get this, running to get that, just as a way to introduce new concepts in a fun way, and being outside, which is his absolute favorite place, right? But that's what Toddler Time look like for us in the mornings, and it's usually pretty easy because when I'm up, he's up not too long not too long after me, so it's like we can go ahead and get started with different questions and stuff like that. He will wake up, he prefers to wake up and get outside. That's his preference. But we can do that outside as well, like bring the cars, the furniture, whatever, to sit on the porch and talk about it. But yeah, so next thing for my girls. So while I'm doing toddler time, while breakfast is being prepared, while we're getting things together for food and stuff like that, I have 2 summer workbooks that I use for my girls. So last year I did a video on summer workbooks, and I kind of did the same thing this year. I ordered a whole lot of summer workbooks. I went to like Barnes and Nobles to see what they had on display. I saw something new that piqued my interest. But when I flipped through the summer workbooks, I was looking for different things. So I'll link that video so you can give a little, so you can get a little insight into like what I was looking for last year versus what we're using now. And so like once I ordered those workbooks, I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep this for this reason, keep this for this reason. And then I went to return some that I ordered, and I picked up this one in the store. So the first one is the Summer Bridge Quick. This one is the condensed version of the Summer Bridge workbooks. This one isn't 15 minutes a day. They're literally doing a page a day, sometimes with not too many questions. So let me find a page that I show. Okay, say for instance, we have these 2 pages. I don't know if you can see, but these are different days, right? This is not very lengthy, not very long at all, but it's giving practice. And what I really love about this one is that not only is it just pretty light, pretty simple, a good morning starter, which is why I chose this, but with this one you get 10 free questions on IXL. They have the skill IDs for whatever they're learning. So say for instance, for this part of the page, they were learning about or reviewing greater than, less than, so it's a code for that. And then at the bottom is the code for odd and even. So you just go on IXL. I don't have the membership. You type in the code that they give you and you do 10 free questions. So this is really, really nice. It's a way for them to get a little computer time, to also practice things that they are struggling with. And for me, I like using different types of workbooks because they present information in a different way. And so for this one, they're enjoying it. Like their math curriculum doesn't really present things in the way that this book does. So they're able to see it in different ways. It also goes through reading, math, writing, science, social studies, and fitness. So we're enjoying it. It was only $5. And this is literally like a morning starter. It's not like a full review. It's not like the only thing they'll be doing that day. But this is something they really enjoyed, especially with the computer time. So love this, and I'm really considering getting IXL's membership because what I'm seeing so far, I'm loving. And then after they do this as a morning starter, it could either go one or 2 ways. It can go outside time, or it can go straight into our main workbook. And this year we're using the Summer BrainQuest workbooks again. I really said I didn't like these last year, but I did. And the reason why is because they introduce things in a different way. It's not just review. They incorporate things like nursery rhymes, folk tales, and of course it's different subject areas, but it's just so much more I feel that I can pull out of this, as opposed to just a regular like review workbook. It's so much more, and then it's very colorful. It's presented in a fun way, and they include things in the back, right? So they have, like I mentioned, these for my son. They have some of these in the back of theirs, so I can, I can tear these out and ask them those same types of questions. They have this in the back, so the questions and answers. And then they also have a reading list, which I am loving for this year, which includes 10 fiction and 10 nonfiction books that are age appropriate for the children. And it includes things like Charlotte's Web, Flat Stanley, stuff like this. So I have really enjoyed using these two as a combination. They both offer 2 different things. This one is more so like fill in the blank, give me the answer. This one is very colorful. They find things in a different way. It's presented in a fun way that they don't really feel like they're doing too much hard work. I love that they have like the little brain box. Like, it's so much that I really like about these. It seems pretty simple, but I'm really figuring out areas that my girls need review and areas that my girls need to learn more about and stuff like this based on this workbook. So these two are our main bread and butter when it comes to the academics portion, and this is usually like in the morning. This is pretty quick, a few minutes. This is really like a few minutes. I don't give them a set page limit for this one, maybe 1 or 2 pages. If you want to do more, you can. This one I just usually say a page a day. So after that, we usually go towards outside time. We are doing a container garden. So with that being said, we usually go outside to check to see what the garden is like. Sometimes they're riding their bikes, sometimes they're just playing. It depends on the weather, if it's raining, if it's just entirely too hot. Things of that nature. But our morning is pretty light. I like to leave the morning open for play, for like, you know, of course, chores, tidying up, as well as, you know, anything we need to do outside of the house. So whether we're going to the park super early in the morning, or the library, or, you know, running an errand or things like that, that's pretty much reserved for that. I do have other subject areas that I want to touch on in the summer. I feel like this would be a perfect opportunity, which includes history, geography, and learning more about nature. So I feel like with learning to garden, we're learning a lot more about, you know, the worms and the soil and the, you know, what pests and what bugs are on plants and why are plants dying, the life cycle, how long it takes this to grow and that to grow. So that's been pretty organic in the way that we've been doing it. As far as geography, I feel like throughout the year we haven't really explored a lot of countries, continents, cultures, and things like that. So I think we're going to use our skill sharpening geography workbook throughout the summer, just as a way to freshen up on map skills and the globe, and just explore different, you know, cuisines and stuff like that. So that's going to be pretty fun. And then for history, of course, it's going to be picture books related. And I can do a whole other video on that, like how we're going to use picture books. It won't be a history curriculum. It'll be fun history, age appropriate, just things that I would love for them to know. So I went through what I would like for them to learn, but I also have things like the library, the park, getting different experiences at different places, cooking, experiments, sensory play, movie nights. So let me just talk about that, okay? I have created theme days for us that I'm going to start incorporating. We haven't started it just yet. Today's a Tuesday, so I'm going to try to incorporate it starting tomorrow, okay? I am going to share what those theme days are, but I can make another video on what they actually entail. So I'm going to give you the title, but in terms of what we actually be doing, you know, on each day, that'll be another video, because it may get a little lengthy, if that makes sense. But for the cooking portion, y'all know I created our homeschool kitchen, which is a fun kids cooking kitchen curriculum that covers recipes, activities, experiments, and things of that nature, which is something we'll be focusing a lot more on during the summer. So experiments and cooking and trying out new things, new recipes, and it'll tie hand in hand with geography, cuisines, cultures, and things of that nature. So I'll link this in the description box below, of course. And I'm gonna with that, now I'm gonna share the theme days, okay? So I have Make It and Music Monday, Tasty and Try It Tuesday, Water and Watch It Wednesday, Take Out Thursday, Fun and Free Choice Friday. I feel like those are self-explanatory, and I'll probably have like a document or like some type of image created so you can download it and see what it's all about. So make sure you check the description box for that as well. But all in all, that pretty much entails what I envision for our summer plans. I want to keep it really like slow, fun, intentional. I don't plan on doing any like expensive trips, any extracurriculars, really. It's going to be a slow and intentional summer. Gardening, libraries, parks, field trips. I'm meeting up with other homeschoolers, you know, doing lots of art, right? Also going to different stores that are offering events, or different like museums that are offering events. And y'all know we love to take advantage of the summer movies. We love to take advantage of the summer movies, so we'll be trying to incorporate those weekly if the movies are appropriate. So if you don't know, every year many movie theaters pretty much all over offer summer movies that are discounted or free. So say for instance, one theater is offering for free, another one is offering movies for $1, another one is offering movies for $3. So it's like, depending on which one is closer, which one are showing the best, which one are closer and which one are showing the best movies is what we usually gravitate towards. They pretty much show the same movies, if I'm being honest, but it's on different days. Some are showing more newer movies, and some are showing like just family favorites. So it's really a great experience for taking movie night or movie day outside the house. When we don't see a summer movie that week, we'll have a movie night at home, and I'll just choose a movie that we can watch. But that's pretty much what our summer is looking like. So I forgot to mention one thing. I will give a little sneak peek on what Naked and Music Monday is about. So Music Monday is going to be focused on pretty much piano, and also like learning about different genres of music. So jazz, classical, things of that nature. They're pretty familiar with it, but we have been using Hoffman Academy for them learning piano. They do have a keyboard here, so it's just going to be diving more into that. They really turn piano on every single day. Do you hear me? So we're going to get more into that. They did send me these 2 books for free, which is pretty advanced in terms of their levels that they're at right now. But hopefully we can get it together, and they learn how to read music and get to playing these songs. So this will be fun. This will be fun. I also plan to have somebody work with them on music again. We started off that way, but it kind of like phased out. So yeah, Music Mondays will be more so strictly piano based music, different types of music. And of course piano can be done every day, but just being intentional on those specific Mondays to go into like, teaching new skills, and then having to practice it throughout the week. So yeah. We may also participate in the free summer skate thing. I think Kids Skate Free program. We don't usually do the Kids Bowl Free program, but that's a program as well, to where the kids can bowl for free in the summer. You do have to pay for the shoe rentals, I think. But yeah, that's pretty much what our summer entails. Lots of family time, going to visit family that we don't really get to see throughout the regular like homeschool year. Lots of downtime, as long as we get our review in and we are being creative, making something, learning something. That's what summer learning looks like for us. I will say I usually want to continue on with our main core curriculum, but I'm like, I cannot do that. This summer I need simple, I need effective, I need predictable, I need a little independent work, right? I just need that right now. I need that right now. So hopefully this gave you some ideas on what you can incorporate or do with your children. Yeah, and as always, I see you guys in my next video.